Man, the thing is disgusting. Look at all that it just pulled out of there. God dog. Hey, what's up guys? I appreciate you guys checking the video out. Today we're actually going to be checking out the Sevr 1.75, and I've actually tried to test this out. Midway through the test I ran out of rubber bands, so I only got to shoot it into gel, and I really want to see how it performs with deflection and durability. And this is the only broadhead I've ever killed a deer with. You know, it is a solid broadhead from what I understand. Everybody loves a Sevr. This ferrule is made out of titanium. I've seen people shoot them into concrete blocks, be able to pull them out, and the broadhead is still good. So, I mean, they are definitely probably the most durable mechanicals we will test. We will find out. The blades, I guess, are the most questionable part. I do know one thing, though, is right here, the way this mechanical works, there's a screw right here up top. You notice there's also a screw down here, but we'll talk about that in a second. It's just a hole right now. When this thing deploys, it uses rubber bands like the Schwacker, Rages. There's other ones that do it. That's another downside for me too. This rubber band's a lot more durable than the Schwacker. I've never had one bust or anything while I'm walking through the woods like I did with the Schwackers. When this broadhead goes and hits the deer, okay, it pops open like this. Okay, now it's locked. You notice these now can't go back. You can push them forward, and that's because if you look down here, right here, there's a little mechanism there where they touch. So they're just a little offset so that the blades touch and it won't let them go back. Now, a lot of people worry about this part right here. They say that right here is a place where like there's no cutting surface, and say your finger is the meat, the blade is going to stay flush. It's not going to be sticking way up like that. But even if it does, I've shot a deer with this and blood went everywhere. The first deer I ever shot with a bow, I killed with this 1.75 Sevr. Another cool thing about this, so it has this disgusting chisel head here, which I think is one of the nastiest chisel heads there is. And it's a part of the ferrule. It's all one piece. The only thing that's not a part of the ferrule is the blades. Another thing with this is if you take another screw, they come with these little Allen screws here. You can put it in this hole here, and it locks this broadhead down to where you can shoot it and practice with it. So you're shooting the actual broadhead. We're not going to do that today. We're going to shoot it as if we were hunting with it. So they come in a box like this. The thing with a Sevr is you can only buy them individually, at least that I know of. And then you can also buy like replacement kits and stuff like that, just like any other mechanical. And I will say, replacing these blades, once you get it, it's easy, but it definitely takes some sitting down, setting everything aside for 15 minutes and getting it replaced. But once you get it figured out, you can do it pretty quick. So I shot this at 4 deer last year. I killed 2 of them and lost 2 of them. And one of them that I killed was really weird. Like I aimed at the doe, shot her in her shoulder, I thought, and somehow she got hit back here. I don't know if it's deflection, so I'm assuming we'll find out with deflection. But with these 2 blades up top here, I feel like it can turn the broadhead. That's the only thing about these blades that stick out on these mechanicals. I feel like that's part of the reason why they have deflection, is because if this thing is flying and it catches, you know, a bone or something, it's going to turn the broadhead. But just to show you, I didn't even say anything about the whole point of a Sevr is once this thing is locked, it can't go back down. Okay, so now it's in deployed mode. This thing, say this is a bone, it's going to go right around it. Once it's past the bone, boom, then it's got even flesh. It'll pivot around the bone. That's the whole point of a Sevr. It's a very clever broadhead, very clever design. You know, when I was looking for broadheads last year, I just thought it was such an awesome idea. They've been around a while. The blades on them are stupid sharp, but if you shoot a deer, you're gonna have to replace the blade every time. The blade ends up getting caught. So like when it goes through, the blade goes forward once it stops and damages, it dents the blade and keeps you from being able to close it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's weigh them out, make sure they weigh 100 grains, spin test them, all that good stuff, and then we'll put them on an arrow and start testing them out. These are quality heads, man. I'm sure they're gonna weigh and spin like they're supposed to. You know what I mean? Super solid. So they spin good, which I already knew that anyway. 99, 100.2, 100. Solid. Within a grain, 1.2 grains. All right, let's put them on the arrow and start slinging them. 40.2. Close enough. Sevr 1.75 out to 40. Here we go. All right, here goes the 100 grain fill point. Good group out to 40. My target camera wasn't even turned on. Man, that thing is disgusting. Look at all that it just pulled out of there. God dog. All right. Still shootable. Still sharp. Razor sharp. All right. Shoot her into jail. Here we go. We're at about, I don't know, 10 yards. That is a disgusting wound channel, man. And it opens up immediately. Not as big as the Schwacker, but the Schwacker is a 2-inch. And the benefit of a Sevr is it opens immediately. Let's measure. 10 3/4. That's the deepest one. Let's pull this thing out. Phew. Look at that. You want a wound channel? God dog. Son. Sevr's a nasty boy. Here we go. We're testing the 1.75 Sevr for deflection. If it goes through the wood into the turkey, that's great. If it bounces off, hits the deer, that's not what we want. That means it has deflection. Doesn't mean it's a bad broadhead, just means it has deflection. We rather it go through the wood. Here we go. Dang. Oh, it definitely deflected. It's like it tried. I mean, it made a big gash in there. It tried. What it did to that bag, though. Whew. God, dog. The blade, you know, it's still sharp, but you see right here, that's going to be constant when you shoot Sevrs. It's not like you can just shoot them because it starts affecting being able to close it. So if you're going to shoot Sevrs, you need to buy a pack of blades and have them on standby because that's going to happen. Because what happens is when that blade pulls back, that titanium ferrule ends up biting into that blade and messing it up. So we're going to keep shooting it. So we know what it looks like now. Let's see if I guarantee it'll look worse actually through the metal. All right, here we go. Durability test, Sevr 1.75. Let's see how good this titanium ferrule does. It's got to go through 2 sheets of metal. Let's go take a look. So there's the entrance. Almost looks like the entrance of a single bevel. There's the exit. Just pretty classic. Okay, let's see how she fared. That's just from the target. Okay. So there you go. See what I'm saying with this right here? That's from, again, yeah, it's way worse now. Can't even go forward. So you can't even pull the blades forward now. So definitely got jacked up. The blades are completely shredded. As far as durability, you know, I'm going to be real, not the best. This broadhead holds a special place in my heart, man, and it definitely has some sentimental value. First bow kill I ever had was with this last year. It was the first time I ever killed a deer with a compound bow, and it was like a 37-yard shot. So it was far. At the time, I didn't even know how far that was. You know, I didn't realize that was a really good shot, you know, for whitetail. But, you know, I've had these heads. You know, I replaced the blades. I got a whole bunch of blades. I put a new kit on it, and you could tell they look brand new. This ferrule could have killed a deer last year. This could be one of them. So they're definitely durable as far as the ferrule goes. The only thing is the blades on these things are like one and done in my opinion. And it's just because of that, what I was explaining about how if the arrow goes through and pulls back at all, it always damages the blades. I mean, every time you shoot one of these, almost that happens. I mean, I don't think I've ever shot anything and not have to replace the blades. That's why they have the option though. You can shoot them like a practice head, but I'm just saying, you shoot these in normal mode and they deploy, you're gonna have to replace the blades. It didn't pass the deflection test. It did all right as far as like accuracy, arrow flight was good. That's expected with a mechanical, obviously. The gel test, it's got a nasty wound channel. Durability, I give it a 5 out of 10 just because the ferrule's such a tank. But blade wise, the blades are not amazing. It's a good broadhead. If you got these, you don't need to change or nothing. You know, it'll kill deer all day. But as far as compared to like a Grim Reaper or even a Schwacker, man, I mean, it's just, I think these blades are so thin, they just get chattered up pretty bad. I don't know, man. I have to admit, I don't think I'll shoot this next year. You know what I mean? And it's nothing against Sevr. You know, it could be that I've already hunted with them and maybe I just want to try something different, but I'm not as interested in it. And it didn't blow my mind on this test. And I'm just trying to keep it real. If this was informative, or if this helped you make your decision on whether you were going to hunt with these or not, or if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to see future content, please hit the bell notification. That'll let you know anytime I drop a video. Appreciate all you guys so far. It's been overwhelming just how much support I've had from just so many people I don't know. It's so crazy. You start doing this and you think you're going to have all this support, you know, from all the people you know, and it ends up being a whole bunch of people you don't even know. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys. God bless you all as always. Till next time, thank you so much. Have a great week.